Hello everyone, thank you for coming. This is my first video on Old Fashioned Jack's channel. We will be playing Chicken Police, Paint It Red. It's the first game from an independent game studio called The Wild Gentleman. They're based in Hungary, and their core team have worked on other titles such as The Witcher 3, COD World War II and Rise Son of Rome. Now I am an old-fashioned man. I am not very technologically skilled, shall we say.
We have technology.
I have no idea about anything to do with the story or even the gameplay, actually. So I'm quite excited to get cracking. Right, let's dive right in. Game save 1 sounds good to me. Dead men are heavier than broken hearts. Oh dear.
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department, one half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too. Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment, and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, he said it now.
Ah, crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated-sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
Oh dear, he's thinking like a cock. Right, so we've got this cop who's an alcoholic and close to retirement called Sonny Featherland. Right, so you can interact with your environment, and I like how the cursor is a crosshair.
I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink.
Ah, so is this Sonny's vision then? He can't see colour.
I don't even know where the key is. Whatever's inside is gonna stay there forever.
Oh, I wonder if that comes back to be a point of interest. Oh. The Wild Gentleman. Oh, right. Okay, the developers.
Wild Gentleman. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was. burned to the ground.
Oh dear.
We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight.
Marty, right, okay. There's also a lot of recorded dialogue for this game, so they've done a great deal of effort to make it as interactive as possible. Let's see, is there anything in here? Oh.
She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know.
Oh, come now, Sonny. Oh, yes, I picked it up. No, I don't need a cigarette. Ah, the police badge.
And my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine, so I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes, just in case.
Pack of cornflakes. Right. Come on then. So I can speak, I can just look at her.
Who is this dame anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
What's your language, Sonny? There might be children watching.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ibanez.
Deborah Ibanez. Look at this get-up, look. Full leather.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Look, miss, I work for the police and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
Oh. Oh dear, the chicken and the ibex, maybe?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
Oh my goodness.
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've got to have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
Sonny, you alcoholic. Leave the poor girl alone.
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Oh my, she has strong taste.
Thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
What a coincidence.
Ah, Deborah, did you know that was all he had?
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
Oh.
That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats, exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
Oh my.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please, that's why I'm here.
Right, okay. Look, question, ask. So there is a difference here. Focus on what you know about the suspect. Is he or she suspicious? Concentrate on that. This fella is rather suspicious. I need to concentrate on that. Focus, suspicious. Impressions, suspicious. Detective meter, what, 55%? He is suspicious. I am suspicious. Why are you suspicious? Very good. Gather impressions from the suspect. Every impression adds a new question mark. A new impression. So many options. detective meter is your best friend. It shows how well the questioning is going. Keep it on the positive side. Right, okay. Blah, 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 blah. I like that. Plus 100. Wonderful.
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I can scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
Oh, Sonny, please. Calm yourself down. Who exactly are your mum? Right, let's have a look. Focus. You must be cautious and smart. I'm just repeating exactly what you just said, so you get the impression she's shy.
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
Oh.
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
I'm sure it does, Miss Deborah Ibanez.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
Right. Okay. Shy, and she's doubtful. Doubtful of me or doubtful of herself? You're not very confident. Are you sure you're all right? It's a bit direct. Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills? Flowerville, maybe? But she's shy. Will she respond to that? I'd rather not dig straight at her. Let's do this one.
Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills? Flowerville, maybe?
Look, I don't want to answer that. I'm here on behalf of my employer and not on personal business.
Ah, okay, so it doesn't want
Fair
me to
point,
dig.
Deborah. Let's try a different approach.
Okay. Stop playing the fright and pray, sunshine, and start singing. Well, I don't get the impression that she's suspicious or lying. Why did you have to visit me on this particular evening?
Why did you have to visit me this particular evening?
I have my reasons. I may look like a silly little fawn, and maybe I am, but I still have common sense.
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss Ibanez.
This day is essential to my mistress, and she thought it's also important to you.
A message in itself, for sure. But to be honest, even you are.
You know what? I'll just take that as a compliment, even if it wasn't meant as such.
Such a flirt, Featherland. Calm yourself. Right. New impression. Frightened. Right. Were you born and raised in Clawville? Do you even know what you want? Oh, that's a bit harsh. Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself? Let's be a bit passive. Let's find out more about her.
Were you born and raised in Clawville?
Why do you ask?
I couldn't think of anything better.
Well, I'm not from around here. I'm from Grassmore. Maybe you could hear I have a slight accent. Do you know where it is?
Grassmore.
Where what is?
Grassmore, of course. You just asked.
Oh, that. Don't worry about it. I'm not interested.
Sonny.
Do you like to play with other animals?
Oh, Deborah, my dear. Be careful.
Oh, for the wild ones. Am I that transparent?
I'm afraid so.
Well, I'm a little rusty, it seems. Let's change the subject, shall we?
Oh, goodness, I've done it wrong. Let's play. Right, okay. So I've been passive, and that's not really done very well. So let's play on her doubtful behaviour.
Do you even know what you want?
I'm very sorry, Mr. Featherland. I thought...
What? You come in here, swaying your lovely hips like some kind of femme fatale, make me have a drink with you, and expect me to believe everything you say?
I'm making you drink?
Well, okay, sweetheart, you had no hand in that.
Oh, God, Sonny!
I'm sorry I wasted your time, Mr. Featherland.
Oh, no! Oh, This is not going very well. Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
Natasha Katsenko. Okay.
How so?
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of woman.
Well connected, Sonny, is the term.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
Ah, right, okay, so she's hiding something. So how did you get this address? So that's not relevant. Let's see if we can adapt to how the game wants us to play here. No. What do you want from me? Okay, that's pretty good. What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me? I'm sure it's not intentional, but are you toying with me? Okay, let's do this one.
What do you want from me?
Me?
Oh, don't be silly, Deborah. I mean your employer. I was just talking to myself, out loud.
Well, Miss Katsenko thinks you're a great detective, and you're also reliable. That's why I came.
Did she also give you the lockpick?
Ah-ha-ha.
Please, could you let this go? I'm really embarrassed.
Sorry, sweetheart, I'm just teasing you. As soon as I saw you, you were forgiven.
That's very nice of you.
It has nothing to do with being nice, Deborah, but you're welcome.
You're such a flirt. Right, okay, that was good. That was the right thing to say. Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious? Have you ever felt truly vulnerable? I don't see what that's got to do with this. She clearly feels quite vulnerable, otherwise she wouldn't be going to a detective.
Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Look, Santino, I'll explain everything.
I have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart. No offense.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
You see, we're starting to understand each other.
Alright, okay, we're getting there. If you won't come clean, what's the point of all this? Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all? Right. Let's do the top one.
If you won't come clean, what's the point of all this?
But, Mr. Featherland...
I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I'm way too old for this game.
Please, just think again. For me and my mistress's sake.
Oh, for goodness sake. That was minus 40. Oh, good grief. I'm not very good at this, am I? Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
She trusts me? Do I know Miss Katzenko?
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Oh my goodness. Featherland, you're such a flirt.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Smart answer.
Right. Be honest and tell me what you are so afraid of.
Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him...
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
Ibn Wessler.
Exactly.
Oh, he looks like a rat of some kind.
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
Feathery gods.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
Ouch. Okay, that wasn't a great start. Focus accuracy 40%. A rusted copper. Deborah Ibanez. Final thoughts. Not bad, but not good either. It's okay for a rookie, but you can do better. Next time, pull yourself together and pay attention to the signs. Focus, Sonny. Yes, Sonny, focus. Important clue. The employer, Natasha's current significant other, is the infamous gangster Ibn Wessler. Her significant other. Right.
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints. You know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
Alright. So, oh, it's a briefcase. Oh, I've got my gun. Good, I'll keep that. Bazaar Club. Is this what she gave me? I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as a gentleman. N.
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
Well, okay. So is this my inventory, I presume? And this... Ah, our clues. The victim, a lady, is the target of some strange threats. All of them are written. Mysterious messenger, Miss Deborah Ibanez's employer, is a certain Miss Natasha Katzenko. Oh, okay. The employer, Natasha's current significant other, is the famous gangster Ibn Wessler. Right. Okay. Ah, right, so there's lots of people to learn about, it seems. Right. If you want to, you can pause the video and read that. Right. I might have to read through all of these off camera. Just Greenhorn. Oh, goodness me, I'm so rusty.
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby, the waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
Oh dear. A former paramour, Featherland.
Mr. Featherland? Santino, are you all right?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
Blackmail?
Don't play innocent with me.
But
All right. When can I visit?
visit me?
Not you. Miss Katzenko.
Yeah, Ibanez. Where's Miss Katzenko?
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Russian connection, perhaps?
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Oh, wealthy Miss Katzenko.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katzenko, but there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
You don't really want a gangster knowing that a private eye is going around your office, do you?
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katzenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
New personal info. Is this the good friend of mine? Tsar Club. Natasha must know my wife Molly from somewhere. Ah, Sonny, your wife. Lewis C. Hayworth, species rabbit. Oh, it's even got the Latin name there. Oh, okay. If you want to pause the video, you can have a read on Lewis's background. Very good. Right. Hang on. I'll find Natasha at the Tsar Club. Okay. An awful lot of dialogue here. Is there anything more to say, Deborah? You're still in my office.
Thank you again, Mr. Sonny.
Don't mention it, Deborah. I had no other plans for today, except drink. But tell me, do you have a light?
Oh.
I'm sorry, I don't smoke.
Thought so.
Good, Miss Ibanez. Keep it that way. You'll live longer. Oh. Deborah.
Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles.
Well, that was a very dramatic reading of your bedroom, Sonny. Maybe you should try cleaning it? Oh.
I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm going to end up dead in here whether I like it or not.
Oh dear. Right, can I leave? Is that possible? Is that... Let's see. Oh, yes. Oh. What a small but charming detail. Right. Oh.
Every whiskey has the same color nowadays, at least in this price range.
Ah. Oh, it wants me to dial it. Oh, goodness me. What was his number? I completely skipped over that. I thought it'd do it automatically. Lewis's number, 555-932. 555-932.
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
Ah, so Lewis, does he work for me, or what's the relationship here?
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Lewis
Go.
arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here, not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it, and now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place.
Oh, wow, so it's just you two here. Oh, with friends like these, eh, Sonny?
Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Indeed, he's a bit keen, isn't he, old Lewis?
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
Goodbye, Miss Ibanez.
So long, Deborah.
She's still here.
I can always count on you.
Don't even...
You got anything planned for today?
I thought I'd visit a nightclub. It's New Year's Eve, after all.
Oh, it's New Year's Eve.
Well, I didn't mean to hold you up.
I'll ask a favor of you someday.
I owe you a lot of those, don't I?
That's true. I don't deny it.
Right. Ah, here we go.
I need
The
to
map.
grab my stuff first.
Right, that would be this, wouldn't it? That would be the last
My
cigarette.
last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal.
So I assume...
Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
Oh, right. So what's the history between you and Marty? Scene types. Oh, right, okay. Main scenes. Main scenes move the story forward. These scenes also determine which locations open up or close down. You need to complete all of these if you want to beat the game. Right, so these are the story missions. Limited scenes. Limited scenes are open for a specific duration, which is determined by the main story progression. If you are a completionist, be sure to visit all of them before you move to the next main scene. Well, perhaps we'll do a few of them, but if you want to see the limited scenes, I suggest you purchase a copy of the game for yourself and give it a go if you like it. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. I want to point that out. I'm playing this for fun. Closed scenes. Closed scenes cannot be reached for the time being. This state will often change throughout the story progression and can be temporary or permanent. Right, okay. Top tip. Pick the next main scene if you are absolutely sure you don't want to visit any of the available limited scenes anymore. You may not be able to visit them later. Right. Okay. So... a few lock scenes here, story mission there, Clawville Police Department. That appears to be where we're going.